Can I just say, I'm about to start this DIY off with this beauty next to me. Okay, let's get to it. Alright, so I'm wanting this to be obviously a faux fireplace, but I also want it to be a red brick, or obviously a faux red brick. So I want to start out with the shape. I'll post a couple pictures right here of what I'm kind of thinking of. We're going to start with the only time I will ever say this. Bless IKEA. Literally have scissors right here, still use my teeth. Stay. Okay. Alright, switching over to voice hair for a moment. I'm simply planning out the basic shape of the arch that I want out of a box that will actually make the arch the size that I want. I'm cutting that out on both sides, using one as a template for the other. I'm taping them together to give them a little bit more stability. And then I'm going in with another box to simply go in between the two sides to give it even more stability. To make them go between the two sides, I am going to be what I would consider to be scoring in between the cardboard to make it a little bit more bendable, so I'm not just completely arguing with it. And continuing to secure that down with packing tape, as it's a secure tape but super easy to rip. placing that piece in the middle both as an arch, but also so I have a middle to showcase how symmetrical this is or isn't. As well as adding a very long box to the top to act as a mantle. For some details added in later, I am using a longer, wider box and cutting it in half to put it behind the fireplace as a background. So because this box is open at the back, which you can't obviously see from the front, I folded this portion down and then taped it to keep it more secure here, and taped the sides. But what the public sees, and then I started on the foam. I salvaged a lot of this, like a lot, and I'm just using some hot glue on the back and sides to secure it to the cardboard boxes as well as each other, like securing each piece to themselves. There is a lot. I basically made the cardboard a foot and the foam a very, very thick sock. And I burned myself so many times along the way. Also some musical numbers in there. I did have to use some tape on the sides to hold some pieces in place. And then measure out where the mantle should sit to be placed properly in the middle. This is a whole-ass faux fireplace, but all of the portions are removable and genuinely easy to move as it's very, very light. So it is renter-friendly. For the brick pattern, I used a sponge that I got from the dollar store for literally just cleaning dishes because it was pretty much the perfect size that I needed. This kept it mostly consistent. My hands look like this. So this can look like this. I did leave out the footage of me doing the top portion as I don't utilize that in the brick aspect with the next step. Did I full brick all of that? Yes, I did. Did I have to? No, I did not, because it's a mantle. We have a good time over here on my channel. Just carving out each of the lines. I'm using a plastic welding kit for this and definitely recommend at the very least a mask while you're doing this. I would even go as far as to use a respirator mask because these are plastic fumes, guys. These are not good for you. Which also means that you either need to make sure you're in a very well ventilated area or outside. After all of the texture was complete for the middle portion, which we'll be tackling the bottom later on, it's time for painting. There are two options that I tried out for this. The first one being sponge dabbing, dab dab dab, which I realized quite quickly wasn't giving me the look that I wanted and would end up possibly taking the rest of my life to complete. So I continued with the brush strokes, a paintbrush dipped between black and reds to create more dimensions and to make it look like it was more aged. I did also end up using a spackle to bring the pieces of foam more together to make them look more cohesive. For the bottom portion, I am still using these same steps as the top. And also cut down some more pieces for the details of the arch. I painted them to match. Waiting for the layer to dry down and then coming back in with a dry brush of red to add a little bit more color, but also add to the texture. Black bricks. And again, follow the same steps as I have been. Besides adding a fair amount of black further to the bottom portion to give the appearance of soot with a disposable sponge that I've ripped up a little bit. Concentrating it more into the center where the black bricks are and cascading out. While adding a little black onto the bricks to, again, pull it all in together. And painting that inner background all black. As for the last piece, though, the mantle. I did it on a few coats of light brown. My hands look like this. So hers? Nope. Still just mine. And then continued on, once it was dry, with some dry brush strokes of a darker brown to emulate wood grain. I even went in with some circular motions to act as almost knots in the wood to make it a little bit more lifelike. Then finishing touches were actually logs from outside, two-piece fence piece that I was able to source, and that's it. Merry Christmas, everyone. Oh my god.